as part of a mass wave of migrating workers and farmers seeking manufacturing jobs in the great industrial Northeast. But her skin was white, and her father had citizenship, so they didn't have to deal with racist Minutemen vigilantes at the border, private for-profit detention centers for undocumented Americans, or violent immigration, customs, and enforcement raids at home, work, or school. They were allowed to pass in relative safety and peace. Many years later, she gave birth to 2 children and taught me my ABCs in this language, watching Mr. Rogers on Sesame Street. And though I am choosing not to have children of my own, the ones that I adopt will learn the same through symbols like these. A is for agriculture, which is better than cattle, corn, soy, or wheat deforestation. It takes 12 million metric tons of grain to feed and raise 3 million metric tons of edible beef. Take that same fuel and give it to human bellies, you could feed 4 times the people and prevent the slashing and burning of nearly 100% the forest, not to mention 40% the drinkable water. E is for economics, energy, and evolution. Fail to see how these things relate, and our globe will choke on the gaggles of genomes we are greedy enough to make. Huge industrial juggernauts kill. There are over 900 billionaires in existence. Total their wealth, and you've got more fucking money than the combined asset of every other working class person on earth.
Boo.
Boo, we can boo for that. Billionaires. What anarchists and socialists have been referring to for over 100 years as the ruling class, the 1%. All colors, cultures, and skin tones from the United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, and New American Rome, all blue-blooded, white-collared, with apathy-colored eyes. Now go back and hold on to I. It's important, like conservation, contraceptives, recycling, and research. L is not for love of poetry or hip-hop, but for logic. If the population of this world doubles in size 40 times over the next 200 years, there will be no room to run, farm, or breathe. That may not be enough to scare some into changing their daily routine, but as for me, I am terrified. Now, observe, P is for police officers who are overworked, underpaid, and undertrained. If the only people actually applying at the police academy are football players who weren't good enough to make it in college, and ex-military men with a propensity for violence, then the only people actually holding guns in the name of the law will be fucking football players who weren't good enough to make it in college and ex-military men with a propensity for violence. So let's question our goods, who makes them, where they come from, and how they're distributed. We have a relationship with all of these things. When someone or some piece of earth is being destroyed in the process by which our goods get to us, we are ultimately responsible for any harm done. That's why responsible consumers separate trash unfailingly: paper, plastic, and glass. V is for vegan, and that's where it's at. Actually, V is for vegan, vegetarian, and omnivore. As long as we are doing everything we can to keep our money out of an earth-destroying, animal-torturing factory farm corporation's hands. Now, which one of the following is a figment of America's fucking imagination? Is it A, Superman has X-ray vision, or B, diamonds are still being mined by actual slaves in the present-day Congo, where servants are subjected to several layers of X-ray radiation every single day just to make certain that no one is stealing? A decade after the story already broke in mainstream U.S. media, without very many slam poets or MCs writing very many letters to the legislators or editors, and hip-hop and R&B have become some of the biggest investors in a venture destined to keep blood diamond mines alive and bleeding, you and I can make a difference by not purchasing slave diamonds to symbolize our love and the ring of its meaning. Now they say that at poetry slams and protests that we are preaching to the choir, that our real goal should be to get the ideas presented here to the outside world, but we are not the choir. We are not the fucking choir. I don't believe that we're working as hard as possible. I don't see us doing everything that we can, and evolution has to move faster than this. Z is not for Zion or Zechariah, but for Zenith. If you and I sacrifice our surplus so that everyone has food, health care, and a bed, then we can reach it.